Hello, everyone. Um, the meeting went ahead and started recording, so I'm not going to do a very long introduction. I just want to first apologize for being late. The weather has got our baseball season all jacked up. So the game that was supposed to be yesterday for Austin was moved to today and then bumped up 2 hours because of incoming weather. So it's just kind of been fly by the seat of your pants. So, um, and Austin, for those of you who don't know, he's our oldest and he plays college baseball. So we kind of know that his time is dwindling down. So anytime that they're playing close by, um, we try to go and see. And Alex, who's our junior in high school, plays baseball, and Jason is one of the coaches. So Jason doesn't have an option; he's got to be there. So when I can, I try to get to see Austin's game. So that's why it's a little bit late, because it took me a little bit to drive home. And it was crazy weather today, y'all. Like in Mississippi, we experienced, or in these next few hours, are about to experience all four seasons. Like this morning, woke up, it was nice and fall, and then it came spring through the day, then sweat, probably have a sunburn tomorrow, and then tomorrow morning we're going to wake up in 20-degree weather. So there's that. Probably the same in Louisiana, but okay, I'm not going to keep you guys too long. But tonight's training, or March's training, is going to be based on the poll that I put in the group last week, kind of about what you guys wanted more information on, okay, or help with. And always know that you can reach out to me if you want a one-on-one session, and you and I can chat one-on-one about things you're doing in your business, and maybe improvements that you can make, or suggestions or ideas. And I'm always willing to bounce ideas off of anyone. So always know that is an option for one-on-one sessions. When I put the poll out the other day, I asked for three options. There was three options: more information on PRV, recruiting, and parties. Okay, so it was like how to book, ways to book parties, ways to get more PRV, and tips on recruiting. And I had a response to all of them. And I'm here to say all of those things are connected. All of them are connected. And when I was jotting down a few things that I want to talk about, two of those three things are part of the three legs of success that I talked about in February. That is sales, which would be your PRV and your parties, and is leg one, and then recruiting is also a leg, and the third one is coaching. But I mean, no, we're not ready for coaching yet, or nobody is interested in coaching their team just yet, or need tips is what I mean. So PRV and parties go together. Where do we get our PRV? We get our PRV from our sales. I have found recently, because I kind of took a hiatus, I guess, from parties. Like I was relying on just my local customers texting me, hey, I need this, my Cincy Club orders, and I was getting by. Well, the last few months I've booked parties, and they've been online parties or bag parties, and I've seen my PRV jump. So it just makes me remember how and why Cincy was created. It was created as a partying company, and there is money in partying, in having parties. Whether you are a host of a party or you get party hostesses, you're getting the PRV from that. And then of course their benefit is they get free and half price Cincy. Then comes the idea of having those conversations about joining. Do you want to do this? Let's book you for another party in a few months. But partying is where it is at. So you may be saying, okay, Stacey, I get it. Partying is where it's at. I can make money. I can get my sales if I do parties. Well, how do I get people to book parties? Nobody wants to party anymore. What I've done the last few times is somebody will text me, hey, I'm out of scents. Can I get the new summer scents to smell? Wonderful. How about I make you a little bag, take it to work with you, take it to the ball game with you, collect $200 and you get some free stuff. 3 people have been on that in the last month. And all 3 people have had a 300 plus party. And it's just the matter of me getting out of my comfort zone and open my mouth and giving them that option instead of saying, oh, sure, I'll put your order in. I got one going in this weekend. Give them that option. They can always say no. Okay. What does it matter if they say no? Nothing. You still got their order. You put it in, you get their PRV for their order. They're the one missing out on potential free and half price stuff. So open your mouth, ask them. I've been looking at different trainings, different leaders, superstar directors and stuff who post their trainings. And there's a thing, it's not new. Cynthia has shared it, all kind of different leaders have shared it. It's called Go for the No. And there's a statistic, like for every 10 no's you get, you may get 1 yes or 2 yeses, something like that. So it's okay when people say no, because when they say no and the next one says no and the next one says no, you're going to get a yes. Okay, you're going to get a yes eventually. So you can't give up. And I know so many of us just get so frustrated and it's like, oh, nobody wants to book a party. Okay, well, that person you just asked may not want to book a party, but somebody's going to book a party. Okay, you just have to ask. And I mean, if asking people if they want to get free and half price Scentsy is out of your comfort zone, we may need to talk about ways for you to work around that. You may be interested in texting, like texting parties or messenger, like if you're not a face-to-face, if you're uncomfortable with approaching people with that kind of stuff. But we cannot just rely on our handful of our handful of local customers or your family to continuously give you that PRV. You've got to expand your customer base. Okay. So in my notes, that's one of the things about PRV. You've got to expand your customer base. So how are we going to expand our customer base? By partying. Okay. Because if you have a really good customer who hosts a party, then she's going to bring her friends in and her family. And then you do all the things, you give them amazing customer service, you follow up, you do all of that, then you could potentially have new customers who also want to earn free Scentsy. So we've got to get our network out of one small little community or one small little area that's our friends, our family, our people that we can constantly rely on, because they're going to get burnt out. And, sometimes they just, they don't need anything else. So they no, I'm good right now. We've got to expand. We've got to get our business out there, meet new people. And once again, I'm gonna go back to open our mouths. We've got to talk. And I was talking with Margie earlier in the week about an encounter that I had. I've known this lady for several years. She's here in town, and her son plays baseball on the high school team. Well, we were at a baseball game and it was freezing cold, and I had my heater and my blanket and everything in my chair, and she was sitting next to me. I mean, we're not like, besties or anything. It's like, hey, how are you? So I was like, hey girl, get over here, get some of this heater. And we just started talking. So the next game, we just kind of sat together, sat close and just chatting back and forth, whatever. Well, then she messaged me the other day and she was like, hey, I need, my son needs another one of those fans for his car. He was in an accident and I think they threw it away. Okay. So I did not vomit Scentsy on her. I did not sit by her. Hey, share my heater. Here's a catalog. I just had open conversation. And I had posted in my stories about the Easter collection with the new pods. And that triggered a memory, or not a memory, but it triggered something for her to say, oh, I need another one of those fans, or my son does. So just get out there and talk to people. Okay, get out there and talk to people. And it doesn't always have to be Scentsy. It doesn't always have to be Cincy. So that's how you're going to gain, get your network larger so that you can get a bigger customer base. When you get a bigger customer base, you get more parties, you get more PRV, and you can see how this just kind of expands. And then all of that comes back together to recruiting. All of this is connected. You book more parties, you get more PRV, you expand your customer base, you have the potential to reach more people about the opportunity that they could change their life using Cincy. So that was one of the main things I wanted to talk to you guys about was, yes, I said, do you want to talk about PRV, parties, or recruiting? But so much of this stuff is connected and intertwined that you can't do one without the other. Okay. You can't never work your business, never post on social media, never have parties, never brag about our products and expect to recruit somebody. Okay. You've got to open your mouth. You've got to share. You've got to expand. You've got to expand. Now, it's just the times that we're in. I know everybody's not comfortable with going live and doing the things on social media, and that's to each his own. But it's such a social world now, and so many people are on social media that I encourage you to try it. Maybe to take baby steps, do a little bit at a time. There are some people in our group that nobody would know that you were even a Cincy consultant. I'm not saying that your timeline needs to be flooded with Cincy all the time. Okay. I'm not saying that you need to have micro dots along your story that's nothing but Cincy, Cincy, Cincy. People want to connect with you and people want to connect with your life. And if Cincy is part of your life, they should be able to tell that. And the more you do that, the more people you're gonna reach, the bigger your network is going to grow, the bigger your chance of booking parties, the bigger your chance of meeting new people, the bigger your chance of recruiting. Okay. So all of it's connected. Just remember, you can't have one without the other. You can't recruit if you don't sell. Okay. It's going to be because then you can, but if you're not meeting new people and you're not getting new customers, your customer base is going to stay here when it needs to be going up and out to where you have more people that are seeing you, okay, and know that you're a Cincy consultant. So remember those 3 legs of success. Sales is number 1, and this is where our parties and our PRV come in. Parties are where it's at, and I hope that somebody on here can agree with me on that. That the month can drastically change for you if you book parties. It can drastically change. You can go from being 201 and being active, or $50 because that's your club order, to just offering a party to somebody, offering a party. Okay. We had the booking blitz just this past Wednesday. I totally screwed up the power hour. Last week I thought I booked them all like for the month, and anyway, it was messed up. So we got on for power hour. No one has shared about how many parties they booked. And I don't know why, I don't know where it happened to where people and even consultants just decided parties are overrated. I'm not going to party anymore, because when it comes down to it, people want free and half price Cincy. They want it. And if you do online parties, that's very minimal work for them. Are you going to have a party that flops? Probably so. I've had several parties that flop, and I'm talking 0 sales whatsoever. I thank my hostess and I tell them, maybe it was just not a good time for your friend group, or, the people who you invited. We'll try again later. Don't just, it happens. It happens to the best of us, but that's not a reason for you to quit. And that's one of the things I was going to tell you guys. I challenge you they're printed all over. If you just Google go for the no or 100 no's or something, you can probably get a checklist. But I challenge you this upcoming week to write down the word no 100 times, okay, or print out that paper. All right, and every time you ask somebody either about recruiting or about hosting a party, every time you get a no, mark it off, guys, and that yes is going to come. Okay, I promise you that yes is going to come. You have to ask. Okay, you have to ask. It's not very often that somebody's going to text you or call you and say, hey, can I have a party? Can I host a party for you? It happens, but it's not often it happens. We have to be the ones that are out there sharing this opportunity with our people and letting them see the benefits. Okay, when you have a party that is successful and the hostess gets buku of rewards, share it, tag her so all of her people can see, and somebody, you never know, hey, I might want to do that. And then guys, it's opening it up to the join opportunity. The more people you are exposed to, the more people that see your face and see your Scentsy, the more people that you have the opportunity to offer it to. One thing I want to suggest to you, even when I started almost 6 years ago, this is my month this year, my 6-year anniversary. The verbiage was join my team, join my team, join my team. I'm 100% guilty of it. Okay, join my team, come join Scentsy with me. Guys, we got to get away from that and present it as an opportunity for them, because ultimately that's what it is. It's their opportunity to start a business, to change their life, to earn coffee money, whatever it is they want out of it, get their Scentsy half price, get it at a discount, whatever it is. We've got to make sure we get away from the me part. Don't join me, because you're joining our community, but you're doing something, they are doing something for themselves. So try to get away from the verbiage of me, join me, help me, and make it about them. Okay, talk about how Scentsy can change their life. Talk about how things that Scentsy has done for you that has changed your life, and present it that way. I've noticed a difference in the response that I get when I talk about how it can help them rather than making it about me. Okay, I haven't recruited in several months, but it's coming. I feel like it's coming, and not because it's a $25 join special. Okay, we get people who join Scentsy all the time on the specials, and then they just they work their way off, and that's okay. Look, they got their warmer, they got their wax. I totally get it. Some people get in and realize that this is not what they wanted, and that is okay. Some people get in and only want to buy every couple of months so that they can get their stuff and make a little bit of commission. That's okay too. We have to accept that this is not for everybody, and everybody's not in it big time like some of us are. It's okay. I'm coming to the realization that it is okay, but we have to offer that. We have to open our mouths and let people know that it's available. There are 3 different ways, 4 if you consider a reinstate, that people can join this month. There's the $25 join special, okay, which is unbelievable because they get the warmer. Even if they just sign up and get the warmer and the wax, they've come out ahead, okay? Plus they get their website free for 3 months to try it out. It's like a trial run, so it's really hard to beat. You can do the full $99 kit. There is the host incentive kit where they host a party and get it possibly free or discounted, and then reinstatements can always come back for free. So we have the opportunities out there for people to start their journey, but we've got to communicate that. We've got to communicate it, okay? People aren't going to Google. If they're interested, they might Google, how do you join Scentsy? But if you are in their timeline and you're in their face, sharing the opportunity with them, they're going to come to you to want to ask the questions, okay? And you guys need to be ready. All right, so my challenge to you for the rest of this month, we're 11 days in, almost halfway through. My challenge is for you to write down no 100 times And every time you ask somebody to book a party, or every time you ask somebody about joining or starting their Scentsy journey, cross off every time you say no. Guys, the yeses are going to come. Okay, the yeses are going to come. You just got to put forth that effort. All right, I'm going to get off of here. Once again, I apologize for it being late. But you know, family always comes first. So it was good to get to see my boy. I'm not going to see him for a couple of weeks because he's away. He's like playing off this week. So I'm going to get off of here. You guys have a great rest of your weekend. We start spring break today. So I'm super pumped about that. It is a spring break full of baseball, but that's our life. That's how we live it. So I will see you guys later. I hope to see your list of no's, and I can't wait to see where you guys end up this month. Bye.